And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. James Bradbury running in and finishing that play on the corner blitz. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Steps away. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare. It is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. We're scoreless after 1. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb from 4 yards out. And the Browns poke. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, a great grab by Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's out to Chubb, complete. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. So the drive for 2 good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And he sidestepped a one-man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Jackson now off the bootleg. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we reach halftime, and what's been a look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the... There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And, oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Flacco looking for his first toss. Rolling to his left.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Operating off play action. Flacco.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Play action, Flacco, and he's going to lose yardage here. Switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Jackson.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Now, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah.